Every time I crack open a new fantasy novel or join a fresh RPG campaign, I'm amazed at how the world immediately grabs me or doesn't. But it all comes back to world building. So, what does that word actually mean to you?
For me, world building is like laying down the DNA of your entire story universe. It's not just about wild landscapes or strange creatures, it's how cultures evolve, traditions form, and even how history echoes in a single ruined castle. It's the difference between a backdrop and a living, breathing world.
Exactly. And the really unforgettable worlds always feel like they've existed long before the main character shows up. Think about places like Middle-earth or Westeros. Those settings don't just happen. They're built with intention and depth.
That idea of intention is huge. When a world feels consistent and thought out, it turns into something audiences genuinely want to explore, not just a setting, but almost a character itself. And honestly, even the smallest, weirdest detail can make a world stick in your mind.
So, digging a bit deeper, why does world building actually matter? I always think of it like the invisible glue that holds a story together, making even the impossible feel believable.
That's a perfect way to put it. Without that glue, even the most exciting plots or coolest creatures fall flat because nothing feels grounded. If a village has its own quirky traditions or a kingdom is shaped by ancient wars, suddenly you care about what happens there.
And I love how strong world building drops hints that pay off later, like when a local legend or a strange law turns out to be crucial to the plot. Those moments pull you in because they make the world feel like it's got layers waiting to be discovered.
Absolutely. And it works both ways. When a world is well built, the characters and conflicts just make more sense. You believe that their dreams, fears, and struggles actually could happen in that place. The stakes feel real, even if the dragons are imaginary.
That actually reminds me, world building isn't just a pretty backdrop, right? It's a force that moves the story. Like, geography can literally change the fate of nations.
Totally. I mean, just one mountain range can split cultures for generations, or a scarce resource like water can turn neighbors into rivals over time. Suddenly, you have centuries of tension before the story even begins.
And when you're building characters, their personalities and goals feel way more authentic if they fit into their environment. Like, a kid growing up in a desert city will think about survival and trade differently than one from a lush coastal town.
Exactly. And even things like forbidden magic or strict social rules, those can shape a hero's destiny or create perfect sources of conflict. The world shapes the people, and the people in turn push back against their world. It's what gives stories their spark.
Switching gears a bit, let's talk shop, especially for anyone running tabletop RPGs. World building can feel overwhelming, but it really doesn't have to be a massive encyclopedia project.
For sure, especially when you're prepping for game night. I always tell new GMs to pick a few touchstone worlds for inspiration, just enough to give you a vibe and help you riff on the fly without breaking your world's logic.
That's such a relief for people starting out. And focusing on a small region, a single town with a couple shops, and a big problem is more than enough to launch a whole campaign. In a dangerous world, even a tiny map can feel huge.
Exactly. The key is to keep things internally consistent. Players care way more about whether the world makes sense than how many creatures you've invented. If it all fits together, they'll get lost in it, even if you're just starting small.
Funny how, after all that, world building is really about meaning, not just pretty scenery. It's what gives stories their backbone.
Yeah. The best worlds do more than look cool. They bring out the heart of your story and help players or readers connect emotionally. Everything starts to breathe. Every choice has weight.
And you don't have to start with all the answers. The magic is in taking that first step and letting your world grow as you explore the big what if. The rest fills in as you go.
Exactly. It's all about embracing curiosity and being willing to shape your universe as your story develops. That sense of discovery is what makes world building so much fun, whether you're the creator or the explorer.